Hello, my name is Quickcap. I'm a mindless devotee of the cult that calls itself Alcoholics Anonymous. I love Alcoholics Anonymous. I love it so much that I made a video about AA called Alcoholics Anonymous, the 95% lie. I made this video because I hate people who tell the truth about AA. They really annoy me. They keep saying that AA is 95% ineffective. AA really is 95% ineffective according to its own research compiled in the 1989 AA Triennial Survey report. However, I want to discredit people that make this embarrassingly true claim, so that AA will be able to continue to mislead people into believing that it is effective in treating alcoholism. So, I made a video that tells blatant lies about people who tell the truth about AA's ineffectiveness. Ironically, I accuse AA critics of lying, and in the process I tell one of the biggest lies on YouTube. I end the video, I allege that AA critics dishonestly cite data derived from questions 5 and 6 on the 1989 AA Triennial Survey questionnaire. Of course, this is a lie, because the 1989 survey questionnaire is merely a list of questions and therefore, by definition, cannot provide any data in and of itself. I was hoping to slip this deception by the video viewers, as most of them are brain-dead, indoctrinated AA zombies that will nod their heads and agree with whatever I say. Question 5 on the 1989 questionnaire asks the respondents for the date that they joined AA. Question 6 asks for the date that they had their last drink. I falsely assert that AA critics claim that AA is 95% ineffective by citing a time lag between these two dates. I then try to dismiss this supposed lag between the two dates as merely the nature of alcoholism. The data for this lag between the two dates doesn't actually exist. It doesn't exist in the 1989 survey questionnaire, and it doesn't exist on the 1989 survey report. Once again, I was sure that my indoctrinated AA zombie friends would not check up on my lies. Furthermore, not only doesn't the data exist, but there are essentially, I tried to cover up this damning information by distracting people from the truth with this video, which is blatant propaganda and misinformation. No examples of AA critics citing this fictitious data. How could there be? The data does not exist in the first place. The 95% ineffective claim is actually cited from a different source altogether. It is accurately sourced from a graph figure C1 on page 11 of the 1989 report. This graph shows that 95% of all newcomers leave AA in the first year alone. An example of AA critics citing this graph can be seen on a video that 4Rubep posted called 12 Steps Programs 3. The link to the video is listed below. The same data is cited by the Orange Papers in blamethenile. I was well aware of this, and yet I told the lie anyway, believing that no one would actually read the 1989 report, which has been a great embarrassment to AA for more than 20 years. Unfortunately, a YouTube user called Hammersley1967 watched my video. He had read the 1989 AA report and was well aware of the real data that AA critics cite. He posted comments challenging me to provide the compiled data for my fictitious time lag between questions 5 and 6 in the 1989 survey questionnaire. He also asked me to provide examples of AA critics citing this non-existent information. I could not. I hate being caught lying. I hate being held accountable for my own dishonesty. I did my best to evade his questions by trying to discount the 1989 report as an internal memo that was only concerned with demographics and had nothing to do with AA effectiveness. He didn't buy it. He inconveniently pointed out that the 1989 report is actually saturated with research data related to AA effectiveness. To my horror, he clearly demonstrated that research data directly related to AA efficacy can be found throughout the report in Appendix C on pages 11, 12, and 13 entitled The First Year, and Appendix G on pages 20, 21, 22, and 23 entitled Progress in the Fellowship. Both sections of the report directly relate to AA effectiveness. He also cited a damning quote from page 5 of the report that specifically says, "There were two major reasons for undertaking the survey. 1. to enable AA to furnish more accurate data about the fellowship and its effectiveness to the growing number of professionals, doctors, psychiatrists, social workers, law enforcement officials and others, who are working today in the field of alcoholism too. To provide AA with more information about itself, so that members can work more effectively in helping the many millions of alcoholics who still suffer throughout the world. He kept posting these comments and I began to panic. First I removed the comments that I could not answer and were most embarrassing to me. But he kept persisting. I realized that my AA cronies and other AA critics would eventually read the comments and my lie would be exposed. So I blocked him. It was a close call. The video still stands, but his comments are removed, and he is blocked. He can't catch me lying anymore. Stay tuned to my channel for more AA lies and propaganda coming your way soon.